I was sitting at my desk and just kind of watching a YouTube video, thinking about how I need to do something and get my day really started. I decided that I probably would feel a lot better about actually getting up and doing something if I had a little makeup on. This is going to be the start of a week in my life vlog. I've fully finished 2 mini keychains. I just feel like it's the most sustainable option right now. ReSpun is now shipping internationally. I'm actually going to be jealous of whoever ends up getting this one. Started making some coasters. The sun is out and I am getting so much done. If this isn't a testament to my ADHD, then I don't know what is. Week in my lives are always really intimidating for me because I tend to like lose steam after a little while, and especially when it comes to editing them, I just cannot sit down then and edit a week's worth of videos all at once. But I've gotten in the habit of editing my vlogs as I go, which has really helped, and it's made the process so much more enjoyable. But apparently tomorrow my tags are finally going to get delivered. I am so ready to start putting some stuff together for real for ReSpun. I really wanted to have my launch day be this Sunday, so I think that's what, the 16th. I was really wanting that, and I just don't know that that's gonna happen, but it's fine because I didn't like make any promises or anything, and this is kind of exactly how I wanted to run my small business anyway, just have it be like fully on my terms. So if the next ReSpun launch has to be a little bit closer to the end of February, it's not a big deal. But something exciting that I added to my website is ReSpun is now shipping internationally. International shipping seemed a little bit more challenging to me than it actually is, and I don't do super well with big challenges, and starting my own business and getting everything up and running was enough of a challenge. Now that I found myself in a good groove with things and I know how shipping works, or like I have a better idea of how shipping works, I figured I would finally add international shipping to ReSpun. I do get international website visitors, which does make me feel bad because I haven't been offering international shipping, but I do see you guys on the website. I get a lot of people from Canada, and now we are able to ship to you guys. International shipping, no matter where you are internationally, is $18. That was kind of the best price I could do, kind of like a good average price for everything that I was seeing. Shopify has like a shipping calculating tool, and I just picked a few places kind of all over. Some places were like $20 and $22, so I might have to put a little bit of my own money into shipping it internationally for some orders. But after considering how cool that would be to like send an order to China or something, I'm fine if I have to spend like $5 or $6 of my own money to see that ReSpun gets over to some of you guys internationally. I unexpectedly had an order yesterday, which was really nice. Every order that comes in is unexpected, honestly, unless it's like launch day for me and I'm like sitting at my computer hoping there's an order. But yeah, any order after that is super unexpected and so appreciated, and I just always am curious about where you guys come from. But yeah, I'm excited to ship it out. It's going to New Jersey, and I'll get to color in New Jersey on my map. Today I'm going to finish working on new mini keychains, and then I have 5 more that I still need to iron on the interfacing for. But yeah, I'll be working on mini keychains. Maybe I'll work on some wristlet keychains as well. I definitely want to do more mini keychains than wristlet keychains this launch though. This one got a little messed up at the top. I'm not really sure why, but all the other ones came out fine. I'm just gonna seam rip this one. These sometimes can be kind of satisfying to seam rip, but this one's not. This is why a lint roller is a sewing must-have, because it just takes off all those loose little threads. I'm going to re-iron this because that'll kind of like smooth things out, and then I'll sew it back up again. I have 5 of the keychains done. They're so cute. I just think that the lace is so precious. It adds so much cuteness to just a simple keychain design, and vintage fabrics, you just can never go wrong with them. Like, they are so So cute. These are the 2 keychains going to New Jersey today. Erica ordered Hearts on Vines mini keychain and the blue and white striped lace trim wristlet keychain. I hope that she enjoys them. This is a really cute combination, but I'm going to pack up this order and then head out to the post office to drop it off. I am so excited about this package. Last week, a woman named Janet reached out to me on my Instagram and said that she bought a used sewing machine and it came with a bunch of lace that she wasn't going to use, but she recently discovered my channel and thought that I could use the lace. And she sent me a little picture of some of the lace that she had, and I knew instantly it was perfect. Oh, she included a little note. She said, Chessie, here's the lace that I know you will use and make pretty vintage items. I'll be looking in your YouTube channel to see any of your new items you make with these. You are welcome, and should I come across any more of these, I will continually mail them to you. Congratulations on your wedding, Janet. Thank you so much, Janet. I am really excited to dive in and see what's in here. Oh, first of all, she sent me some sweet fabrics. First is this little sweet rose one, and then a red floral one, and then all the lace and ribbon is in here. Ooh, there's a lot of great ribbon in here. These thin ribbons. Ooh, a nice thick purple one. More ribbon. I saw this lace in the picture she sent me. It is this pink eyelet lace trim. I cannot wait to use this. This is gonna be so sweet on a little tote. It has like little bows on it and flowers. That's so precious. This is really wide lace and it's a little ruffled too, so I really like the look of that. How cute is that little lace trim? Cream colored lace eyelet trim. This size and like width would be really good for wristlet keychains. Yeah, I've been really needing lace like this. I just go through so much of it. Oh, this is awesome. Janet, thank you so much. Yeah, look at how much of this lace I have now. And these are perfect for wristlet keychains and mini keychains, and also just like decorating tote bags. Janet, this is so awesome. Thank you so much for thinking of me and sending me this package. How lucky am I that somebody stumbled across my YouTube channel and had something that they thought that I would use and wanted to send it to me. I just feel so lucky, and this is so amazing. Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you so much. I didn't end up getting as much done yesterday as I would have liked to. I was feeling just kind of sluggish yesterday, but I'm outside of my grandparents' house right now. I just dyed my grandma's hair, and then I ran to my parents' house to pick up my labels. This time I got the ones that I can iron on. I don't love stitching the labels on. I was using fabric glue for a little while, and it seemed to work okay, and like it, you know, stuck through the wash, but I just don't know about that. Like, I didn't feel the best about using fabric glue, so I got the ones that I can iron on. I think that these look really nice though. These kind of look a little bit crisper, like the design looks a little bit crisper than the regular non-iron ones I was getting. I think after I run out of these, I'm going to try and figure out a way that I can make my own labels and maybe make them with scrap fabric and a fabric ink stamp. I think that would be a lot more on brand for ReSpun, and I would be able to make them whenever I needed them instead of having to buy them and then wait for them to come in the mail. But I'm back at my grandparents' house after picking up those tags because I'm going to now take my grandma for her haircut. My label case is all... I should not have done that. I haven't really done anything for ReSpun today other than write down that February 20th is launch day for me. I really wanted to get stuff out this Sunday. Don't think that's gonna happen. So I decided to just give myself more time. And that's the beauty of just doing your own thing. But I have been sewing today. So this is a Valentine's Day gift for my man. This is not his vibe. If you're looking at this and you're like, dang, who's this girl marrying? But I do think it's a little bit silly, and he does want to get into fishing. Like, he used to fish a little bit with his dad, and I think he has plans on fishing this weekend maybe, or next weekend or something. But this Friday is Valentine's Day, so I made him a little zipper pouch. It was my first time ironing on the new labels, and they were great. So made him a zipper pouch. And if you didn't know, we're actually getting married in April. Our wedding is really soon. It's coming up, and there are a few things that I want to sew for the wedding. One being scrunchies for my bridesmaids, which I just tested out. I just finished this first scrunchie. The bridesmaids are wearing a mix of sage green and olive green, and I have some bridesmaids in solids, some of them are in printed dresses, and it was up to them on what they wanted to wear. I was looking for some either shirts or like men's button downs or even linens or like curtains that were green and pretty, and I didn't find anything, but I had this fabric in my collection already, this like crushed olive green velvet, and it looks perfect. So I'm going to make all of the girls scrunchies. There are 10 of them, and actually my friend John is a bridesman, and I don't know that he'll get a scrunchie. What should I do for him instead? I didn't give much thought to that actually. Sometimes I need these little breaks where I'm doing sewing for personal projects. I was going to say for pleasure, but I really love creating and sewing for ReSpun, so all of it is for pleasure. Sometimes I need to do some personal projects. I also think that taking some time to do personal creative projects will spark inspiration for me. Like, I've been wanting to make scrunchies for ReSpun and I just haven't done that yet. Maybe I should make some scrunchies for ReSpun now. I bet I can knock out a few scrunchies tonight even. Today is Wednesday. I'm ready to have an actually productive day today. Monday and Tuesday, it wasn't like I was not doing anything, but I definitely was lacking like the motivation and the inspiration, and I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that my space was so messy. I really wish I was somebody who kept a really tidy, minimal working space. I just think I lack the skills and mentality to maintain something like that. I still have a little bit more straightening up to do, but I did spend a little bit of time getting my room a little bit more organized, putting things away, and I also cleaned up my downstairs, which was nice. If you have any tidying up tips, leave them down below. Maybe I need to start like setting a little timer each night before I go downstairs for the night and just spend 15 minutes even cleaning up. I feel like that would help a lot. I know it would help a lot. I just don't do it. Anyway though, last night, because I was feeling some type of way about just not being motivated and just however I was feeling, I decided to make a list of everything that I wanted to do today. So I wanted to clean my office, something I do every day, but I just wanted to add it to the list, was do my actual job. Not that this is like, I don't mean to say actual job, but there is a job that I have a W-2 for and I need to do work for that. I work from home, I do digital marketing, and I just added to my list a few things that I wanted to get done for work today. I want to finish all of the mini keychains. There are 2 that I'm making for a friend, so I'm thinking about also making 2 more that I can add to ReSpun. I want to make 6 new wristlet keychains. I want to finish the cat zipper pouch that if you watched my last vlog, you would have seen. I started on a custom order, and unfortunately, and this was the last thing that I did last night before I tossed in the towel because I was just so annoyed with myself. I had my needle all the way to the right when I sewed up this zipper pouch, and I had my needle in the middle when I sewed up these pieces, and it's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. These are definitely smaller, but I want to finish that cat zipper pouch because it would be really nice to have one custom order done, have that behind me, and I would love to obviously give this to the person who ordered it. I also want to finish both of the tote bags that I started in my last vlog as well, the cat and dog upholstery fabric one. I want to do a yoga, I need to do some laundry, and the 2 things that I already crossed off my list were clean the living room and do my nails, and I did my nails. It was actually a goal of mine this year to keep like really manicured nails, and this is like the first time honestly that I've sat down this year to do my nails. I'm very proud of my natural nails, and I really just make sure that they are trimmed and filed and then keep clear nail polish on them. I find that when I have clear nail polish on my nails, it definitely makes them a little bit stronger and prevents them from breaking, and then also just having them nicely trimmed and filed keeps them from breaking as well. It's kind of like getting a haircut regularly, like a trim. It keeps your hair nice, healthy, and strong. Same thing with your nails. Trim your nails, file your nails, and just put some protective clear nail polish over them, and they'll be good to go. But I'm going to finish tidying up my room. There's just a few more things that I need to do in here. So this is what I've decided to do for more mini keychains and also my wristlet keychains. I surprisingly haven't made a big wristlet keychain with this cherry print fabric. I've made 3 mini keychains so far with this fabric. Still one of a kind, one had no lace, and then 2 of them had different laces. But I'm making a big wristlet keychain with this one. I really love this like green pinstripe fabric, so I'm making a mini keychain and a wristlet keychain out of it. I haven't used this blueberry fabric for any ReSpun project yet, which is also very surprising because we know I love fruit fabric. Wristlet keychain with this fun pepper print. Hopefully it comes out good. I'm kind of skeptical. The peppers might be a little bit too big. If it doesn't work, I'm not going to bother listing it. This is a strawberries on black and white gingham. And then lastly, just a cute pink floral on blue fabric. But yeah, I'm excited to see how these come out. I'm going to add lace to all of them. Oh, didn't even mention, I also am doing a brown gingham. I had big plans today to finish my tote bags. Oh, I just don't know if I'm feeling it. I just don't know if I'm feeling it. I am my own worst enemy. It is what it is. If I'm not feeling like doing something, there's not a whole lot that can get me there. Isn't that right, Miss Wilma girl? So I took a little break from my keychains and my wristlets and started making some coasters. That is just where my heart took me. On one of my last videos, I had a new subscriber say that they would love to see coasters and pot holders on my website, and I wasn't entirely sure if that was going to be an item that I introduced to ReSpun, but honestly, the more that I think about it, the more I think it just kind of makes sense. And the coasters did really well at my pop-up in Brooklyn. So did the pot holders and so did the hot pads. I'm actually waiting for some more insulated batting to come in so that I can sew up some more pot holders and hot pads. I would love to get those on ReSpun as well, but I just need that special batting for them. But these are the coasters that I'm coming up with. I've cut out the top part of the coasters so far, and I still need to cut out the bottom parts, but I've matched up all the fabrics. So coasters will be another thing going on ReSpun this next launch. One thing that coasters are especially good for is using up quilt batting scraps. When you use quilt batting, you can get a lot of like weird, awkward shapes that end up being not useful for regular projects, but making coasters is perfect to use up quilt batting scraps. Right now I have a lot of insulated batting scraps that aren't big enough to make more pot holders or hot pads with, but I don't know if they are cushiony enough for a coaster. The coasters don't technically need to be cushiony though, so that's why I'm kind of like, maybe it'll work. I did a little Googling, and a lot of people actually just use Insulbrite batting for coasters from the jump. Like, that is their preferred batting for coasters, I guess maybe because it's like super heat resistant. I'm just going to give this a good press and then top stitch it. Whoa, so I actually really like the insulated batting for the coasters. This coaster looks really nice. It looks really like sleek and feels really sturdy, and it lays really nice and flat. Also, my top stitching, beautiful on the back, beautiful on the front. The batting I have left unfortunately will not fit any more coasters. There's still quite a few coasters left, and honestly, I really like how this looks so much that I don't want to make the coasters without the insulated batting. Luckily at my local secondhand craft store, Upcycle Arts, I remember seeing insulated batting there, but when I took a closer look, it was all kind of scrappy. But I want to go there tomorrow to see if the scraps are maybe big enough for my coasters, because if that's the case, I would buy them up. But anyway, I think I'm going to still sew up what I have ready to go right now so that I can just get it over with and then focus on these when I get more insulated batting. I do have new insulated batting on the way, and I plan on using it for pot holders and hot pads, and that will generate some more scraps for me. But for now, I'm just going to use what I have. I put my fully charged battery in my camera, put a new memory card in, and I still forgot it at home. I'm sitting outside of an estate sale right now though. It started about an hour ago,
and it's a Thursday. I really love when estate sales start on Thursday because that means I don't have to wait as long. Estate sales only really go on during the weekends, so you have to wait like a whole week till you can go to more. So I love when there's an estate sale that starts on a Thursday. I am really just going to this one to go. There weren't too many things on the listing that are really on my radar, but I'm going for the vibes. And then after this estate sale, I'm going to go to Upcycle Arts to see if I can get more of that insulated batting, and hopefully Upcycle Arts has what I need. The steering wheel is the perfect little phone holder. I showed up like an hour and 15 minutes late for the sale, and they were still like letting people in one by one. The sale wasn't really worth it, but I had already been waiting a little bit, so I wasn't gonna back out. I just got these pretty linens. I have a few of these. I'm kind of thinking about lining my bridesmaids baskets with them. I got these beautiful blue hangers. I have a few of these already in like white, pink, maroon, mauve. The blue ones were really nice though, and I'm kind of thinking blue would look really pretty with my dress. And then I got a few more things related to the wedding. I thought these would be nice for maybe like holding up a little note at the bar, or I'm not sure, but I think I only paid like $1 for both of these. I got a pair of brass candle holders. It was $12 for the pair, which isn't like my best find. I've definitely found these for cheaper, but it is very challenging to find them for cheaper. And we're like 52 days away from the wedding, and I can't like keep waiting around for some of these deals. So I just snagged these. I honestly probably could have waited until tomorrow for half off day, but I don't know if I want to come back tomorrow. And then I got this small candle holder, $4, which was also a little bit more than what I would have wanted to pay. But again, these are things that I needed, or like I've been needing for the wedding. Also, to hold all of my stuff, it's kind of hard to show you, but I did get just like a collapsible laundry basket. That sale was a little bit of a waste of time, but I did get some things for the wedding. Unfortunately, Upcycle Arts did not have any more of the insulated batting that I saw a few weeks ago. I kind of figured, but I was really keeping my fingers crossed, thinking that like other people would have come across it and been like, that's not enough to do anything with. Obviously, somebody found a use for it. I did get 2 things of thread. Thread there is so cheap. Like I got all of this fabric and this thread for $8. I really liked this green gingham. I don't know how big this is. I think it has to be at least 4.5 inches wide, 48 inches long. This is also folded. It's got that, and then loved this blue crushed velvet. It reminds me a lot of the green fabric that I was using the other day to make that scrunchie, and how cutie would a blue scrunchie be with this. Blue is not my wedding color, but I was thinking of also just making some scrunchies for ReSpun, making some scrunchies for me. I think it would be really cute. But I'm getting a little bit hungry. I know I have food waiting for me at the house, but I am craving some McDonald's French fries. I keep telling Justin no more fast food until after the wedding, and we don't eat fast food that often, but dang. It's almost like when you tell yourself you can't do it, you can't have it, it makes you want it more. I have food at the house. I cannot get McDonald's French fries. Can I? It's just that a large fry and a Diet Coke sound so good.
Today's Saturday. I didn't end up vlogging anything for Friday. How did I know that I wasn't actually going to be able to do a full week? I filmed something though. I did my trial bridal makeup, but I didn't do any sewing yesterday. There just wasn't really anything going on. But it's now 5:45, so Saturday evening. This morning, my family and I actually had a cardiac arrest survivors brunch. My dad 3 years ago went into cardiac arrest. He had what people would call a widowmaker, so it was pretty serious. He had a heart attack while he was at the gym, and we still have him, which we're so beyond grateful for. Can't even put that into words. But he got a postcard in the mail a few weeks ago inviting him to a survivors brunch that the county was putting on, and it was really, really nice. And he actually got to meet some of the people that were on the scene that were able to save him. I was trying really hard this morning not to get emotional, and I did a good job, but Justin and I actually finished the new series on Netflix, Apple Cider Vinegar. It's about that woman who like faked having cancer, but the ending of that show, if you've seen it, the ending is really emotional, you know, different people's stories, and it really got to me. I decided though to come upstairs. I haven't done any sewing since Thursday, and I kind of just wanted to be up here in my room and spend some time with my machine. I like feel badly about this vlog and just how not productive it's really been, and it sucks because I would see like so many other YouTubers do week in my life vlogs or like day in my life vlogs, and they get so much done. I mean, like, maybe I could be doing that in a better week, but the weather here has been crap, and that affects me so bad. Really wish I could be somebody that was not affected by the weather, but the weather affects me beyond. One of the days too, I like didn't take my medicine, and I should have. I'm prescribed 40 milligrams of Ritalin a day, and it's been awesome. Like, I've been on it for over a year now, and it totally changed my life. Yeah, some days I like don't take it, and I really should. But I am determined this evening to lock in and get some sewing done. I'm not even going to say what I'm going to get done because I'm like editing a lot of the vlog footage as I'm going, and I'm realizing that I say so much and don't do anything. So many times throughout this vlog, I'm like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do this before the day is over. I haven't done any of it. I have not done any of it. So I'm not even going to say what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do. I've fully finished 2 mini keychains, and I'm completely done sewing the other 8 of them. So I just need to attach the hardware to them. I see a lot of people just put the 2 ends together and then attach it like this. I like to make sure that it's completely folded and just really nice and smooth, no bumps or anything, and it's just as flat as possible. I've also been putting a little bit of glue on them as well, which I didn't do in the beginning, and the reason for that, full transparency, is because I had one of my keychains come off of the metal part once. If any of you got the first batch of keychains and that happens to you, just message me, we can work something out. But to be honest, I think that the only reason why that happened, it was this wristlet keychain of mine. The reason why I even had it in the first place, I will usually keep the ReSpun items for myself that don't, you know, make it through quality control. When I initially put on the hardware on this one, the hardware was a little bit lopsided and it wasn't totally centered on the keychain, which I think had a factor in why it fell off of the keychain. That really freaked me out. Obviously, I would never want somebody to have something from ReSpun and it break. Yeah, that's why lately I've been adding glue to them. But like I said, if you got one of the first batches of ReSpun wristlets, or, you know, of course, if anything that you get from ReSpun, if something happens to it, I do have a no return policy. However, yeah, if something breaks or something happens, just email me and I'd be happy to work something out. But yeah, I just really always try and make sure that the keychain is totally flat before I add the hardware onto it. I just think it makes it a lot nicer looking. I'm really excited for this group of mini keychains though. I think that they're really cute. The mini keychains have been doing really well. And yeah, I only have 4 wristlet keychains that I'm adding onto the site. maybe I'll make some more. I wanted to do that peppers one, but when I went to Michael's the other day and I bought new interfacing, I did not actually read what interfacing I was getting. I just saw medium weight and I got it, but I got double-sided medium weight interfacing, which means that there was glue on both sides, which just made it a little bit more complicated to adhere the fabric onto the interfacing, because I was dealing with both sides of the interfacing kind of the glue melting, and the interfacing got super messed up on the peppers one that I made. I could still use the pepper fabric and make another one, but when I'm using that interfacing, I like to have multiple of them lined up at once so I can cut them all evenly. I guess I could just do 4 more wristlet keychains, like 5 including the peppers one. I don't know though. I love this little green one. That's really cute. Something that I've been thinking about that I don't know that I want to change about ReSpun, the whole idea of having one-of-a-kind products, it definitely works for things like tote bags, but sometimes I wonder if it really works for things like wristlet keychains and mini keychains. And part of me wonders like how actually sustainable it is to create one-of-a-kind products, because keychains and wristlet keychains are an amazing way for me to use up scrap fabric. And sometimes I have enough scrap fabric where I could make multiple keychains that look the same, but I choose not to, because one of the things about ReSpun is that it is one of a kind. And that's something that I realized pretty quickly after making ReSpun, is that like one of a kind sometimes is a bit challenging. It's a bit challenging not being able to replicate something. Ultimately, it is an aspect about ReSpun that I want to maintain, but sometimes I think for these smaller items like wristlet keychains and the mini keychains, sometimes I think it doesn't really make sense, and I would be happy to kind of make multiples of the same keychain and wristlet keychain, but I'm currently choosing not to, just because one of the big things about ReSpun is that we are one of a kind. My friend Jasmine, she really loved the cherry print and the purple gingham mini keychains, and technically I've already had both of these keychains on ReSpun, just not with this lace. So that's how, you know, it makes these 2 keychains one of a kind, and the 2 keychains that have already sold one of a kind. So I really just swapped out the lace. But something like a tote bag, absolutely always want those to be truly one of a kind. Like I want the person getting a patchwork tote from ReSpun for that to be the only patchwork tote in the world that looks like that. I think that that's really cool. I love when the fabric on a keychain just makes sense. I would say those strawberries are paid actors. They just really knew what to do. Mini keychains are done. I have 2 more that I've completed in my bag over there, so we will have 10 mini keychains total for this next launch. I actually finished one of my wallets. I totally forgot to put a little tab on the end like I was kind of wanting to, but the inside of it did not come out how I wanted it to. I really should have added interfacing to the little pocket that I created in the inside, because it's super flimsy, and that's something I didn't think about when creating the whole wallet. It was definitely a learning experience, so I am thinking about maybe listing it on ReSpun still, but just at a discount. I really need to get going with my zipper pouches though. I haven't done anything with them yet, but I made Justin's zipper pouch the other day, the one that I made him for Valentine's Day, and I used some of my fusible batting. For my previous zipper pouches, I was using just regular quilt batting and quilting it and then assembling it like a zipper pouch, and those work totally fine, but I loved how much more structure the one had that I made for Justin. And I feel like I've been putting off making these zipper pouches because I was still planning on using the quilt batting, but I think I should just use the fusible batting because I know that it will improve the quality of them. And like I said, I just loved how much more structured it made it. So I want to get started on that tonight. Probably knock out at least one. I'm not actually gonna say what I'm gonna do. If this isn't a testament to my ADHD, then I don't know what is. I decided to put the wallets to the side and just cut out fabric for 12 pot holders. I just think it's a great idea. It's one of those items that is super, super useful, a great way for me to use up fabric as well. It's also an opportunity for you guys to have the cutest pot holders ever. I wrote down a new list of everything that I wanted to make for this next launch, and I said I would do 10 pot holders and 8 hot pads. I haven't cut out anything for the hot pads yet. I had a pattern for the hot pads and I don't remember how big I made them, and I cannot find the pattern anywhere. I'm sure it'll pop up though, but as I was cutting, I lost track of my count and ended up with 12. So we're gonna have 12 pot holders. Let me show you what I've done. This is a great little like art pop moment. Really cute little hearts on this green fabric. This is one of my favorite floral fabrics that I have. It's like browns and purples. It's really pretty. Purple florals. This is a really great little neutral floral one with these like mauvey pink roses. Avocados. The backs of what I just showed you are all the same, but the backs of a few of the ones that I have left are a little bit different because I actually made my sister an avocado one for Christmas, and both the front and the back were avocados, so I decided to do a green like checkered print for the back. Cute hearts one. Valentine's Day was yesterday, but I think hearts are always trending. Wouldn't you love to have this in your kitchen? Like, hearts are always cute. This blue stars one, blueberry one with a navy gingham, peppers one with a red backing, berries with a red backing. I'm actually going to be jealous of whoever ends up getting this one. And then this is the first time I'm using this Daisy Kingdom fabric, and it's just unbelievably adorable. It's like baskets of berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. So cute. I'm also going to be very jealous of whoever ends up with this one. Paris Hilton says that ADHD is her superpower, and it's just gotta be mine too, right? What else am I going to do if I'm not listening to my gut? Not sticking to the original plan. I just have no other choice. I just have no other choice. And I do think, like, I think when Paris Hilton says that, I totally, like, understand where she's coming from. We have to really channel the creativity aspects of having ADHD, and this is just another reason why I love having my own business. I think it's like just really cool that at any moment I can switch up my ideas and my plans and what I'm doing, and I'm like the only one responsible for it. I also got my insole bright, so perfect timing to make some of these pot holders and hopefully get enough scraps to do the rest of my coasters. But I am very excited for my pot holders now. It's all fun and games to switch things up, but I really think like I have to commit to what I have going on right now. I was kind of getting a little bit in my head about all of this though, and like really it's just a result of comparing myself to other small business content creators that I'm seeing. And it's not really me comparing myself being like, I wish I was like them, but I was just kind of getting in my head about why I am the way that I am. Like why I can't be like them, which is a dark place. Like that's not a really fun state of mind to be in, but like Paris Hilton said, ADHD is my superpower. That's so cringe, but like Paris said it, so that's hot. I'm consuming so much small business content right now, which is really new to me. Like I really haven't had a type of content on YouTube that I've been super into since I've given up beauty content. This is kind of like the first time I've been super into a niche of content. It just seems like all of these creators have their shit together and like make a plan and really stick to it, and they're just able to get so much done. And maybe it's not actually like that. Like I know not to believe everything that you see online, but then I'm just kind of like, why would you fake that? There has to be also like a level of trust with people that you watch on the internet. Are they genuinely just able to do so much and like commit to the plans that they make and like set a launch date and stick to it and have things done like well ahead of the launch date? Like how are y'all doing that? So yeah, I was just kind of getting in my head, but it's okay. As long as I continue to have fun and put my creativity first, and I just need to start looking at me deviating from the original plan, being more as like a, this was actually what it was meant to be anyway. And it did kind of make me think a little bit more about what I want to be making for ReSpun. And I think home items is a really cool thing to be making. It's really useful. And I'm just imagining how much like brightness and fun this will bring to people's kitchen. I am really happy that I was able to lock in when I said I was going to lock in, and I actually had a really great time cutting out all of this fabric. I've found a lot of peace with cutting, finally. A little bit of a happy coincidence. So my pot holders are 9x9 and the coasters are 4.5 by 4.5. So all of this fits perfectly on the insulated batting. Also, Justin makes the most amazing chocolate chip cookies. Last night I ended up getting a good amount of stuff done. I was able to clip together all of the pot holders that I am making. I sewed up one just to see and make sure that everything looks good, and then I've sewed together 2 of them so far. So I have 9 left to sew up. The sun is coming out. Oh my gosh, maybe I should go sit outside for like a minute or 2 and just absorb that vitamin D. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. Wilma, do you feel that sun, girl? Do you feel that sun on your body? Do you feel that sun on your body? I'm going to sit down right now and finish sewing together all of these, flip them inside out. I actually have a list of everything that I want to get done today that I made last night before I went to bed. 15-minute cleanup. I didn't do that yet. Let's do that later. Sew the pot holders up. I want to sew the coasters up, cut the fabric for the hot pads, quilt the zipper pouches, cut zipper pouch liners, and finish the wristlet keychains. Bonus, I have to top stitch the pot holders and top stitch the coasters. This is the last day of the week in my life vlog, so let's make it a good one. It took me 19 minutes to sew up, how many did I say? 9 of these, which is not bad. When I'm doing a big batch of things, I like to do one step at a time. So like now I'm going to sit here and pull out all of the pins, and I just find that doing it like that, like an assembly line almost, it is so much faster. If I had to sit here and take out the pins after I was done sewing around the edges for each one, I feel like it would have taken me so much longer than 19 minutes. And just since I've been chatting with you, I took out all the pins. Now for each one, I'm going to trim the corners, and this just helps when you turn the pot holders or anything really, when you turn it inside out, your corners will be nice and crisp because there won't be a whole lot of seam allowance causing it to be really bulky. I think I need to time myself more often, honestly, because it was really motivating seeing how fast I was able to get all of this done. And when the 19 minutes was approaching on my camera, I was like speeding things up because I wanted to be done before 20 minutes, and I did it. I'm really excited to get to my favorite part, which is turning all of these inside out though, and it'll just give me an idea of what all of these will look like, and it'll be so cute. The camera has now been recording for 23 minutes, so what is that, 4 minutes it took me to take all the pins out and trim the edges. We're making really good time and chatting with you as well. I think though, while I'm turning these inside out, I'm going to upload the footage that I have because I'm running out of space on my camera. Maybe I need one of those light therapy lamps or something because the sun is out and I am getting so much done. I flipped the pot holders inside out. They look beautiful. And I also prepped all of the coasters to sew up, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to knock those out. The only one that didn't end up working out that I kind of gave up on, these apple ones, I'll come back to them. They might just be a set for myself to keep. Let me show you the pot holders though. They're not totally done yet. I still need to add the cotton rope that I have for the pot holders. The reason why I'm using cotton rope for the pot holder loop is because I have it. I just feel like it's the most sustainable option right now to use what I have. I don't really know what else I would use the cotton rope for, and it works perfectly for the pot holders. When I run out of that, I'll figure something else out. But yeah, I'm just using this like regular white cotton rope for the loops in all these, and I'm able to attach it whenever I go in and top stitch. But this is the blueberry with the navy gingham on the back. This is the hearts one. This is just, they're all so cute. The mixed berries with the red back, the hot peppers with the red back, the blue stars, avocado with the green checker, this neutral floral one, the purple floral one, the brownish purple floral one, green with pink and white hearts, the little berry basket one, and then the like fruit art pop one. But I'm just on a roll here and I'm gonna keep going. I'm going to sew these up and then I'll turn them inside out, and then I want to get started on cutting out the fabric for the hot pads. And I've actually just been editing this vlog as I'm sewing as well. I like watch the footage while I'm sewing and edit parts out. It's just way easier for me to edit as I go. I finished sewing the coasters and turning them inside out. I haven't top stitched them yet. Those were my bonus items. And I've cut out all 8 of the fabrics for the hot pads. I've been thinking about probably calling them large casserole trivets or large casserole dish trivets. I remember at my pop-up I had to explain to a lot of people what they were, and when people learned what they were very excited about them and they sold really well. But yeah, I've just been kind of thinking about what I maybe need to call them. I feel like hot pad isn't really enough information, but let me show you what I cut out. This beautiful vintage floral one. I don't usually like working with fabrics like this that are like patchwork cheating. Like it looks like it's been patchworked, but it's just the print of the fabric. But honestly, this is gorgeous. And I kind of wish I cut one out for the pot holders, but that can be for next time. I did a blueberry one with the navy backing. This is a purple floral one on like a more neutral back. Avocado one with the green checkered backing. This little spice jar one. A flames one. This one is really cool. And then this all over desserts one. I absolutely love this one. For my pop-up, I did one of these front and back with this pattern, and this time I've done it with a neutral polka dot one. I just have so much left of this fabric that I definitely knew I wanted to use it. I kind of wish I made also a pot holder in it, but let's just see how these go, and if you all like them, I'll definitely be making more. It was a little bit hard for me to find fabrics for the large hot pads because I need so much of it. It's just like a pretty large piece of fabric and you need 2 of them, but I really like the ones that I've cut out. But I need to put these aside now, and I actually am going to start quilting those zipper pouches. But it is a little bit after 4 and Justin and I are going to leave for my parents' house probably around 6. We go to my parents' house every Sunday for dinner, and probably after like 5:30 I'll be done sewing for the day. But I'll make sure to check in with one last update. Feels so good when there's a visual to all of your hard work. I'm using this pen to mark my quilting lines. This is water soluble, and I wasn't super sure that it would actually come out. So I did test it the first time I used it, and it seriously comes out with just like a little damp towel. Like it comes out so easily. And the reason why I went with a water soluble pen and not one of the ones that disappear with an iron is because I've heard that that kind of ink will return in really cold weather. I'm sure it's like a non-issue for things that maybe like stay inside and don't go outside, but yeah, not my thing. We're actually gonna leave for my parents a little bit earlier than expected, and I feel really bad about ending the vlog here, not really having finished anything. Finished quilting up the bear's zipper pouch and the strawberry zipper pouch, and I was in the middle of doing the florally one. I got one side done and my bobbin ran out after doing like 2 of the quilt lines, and I think I really just need to wrap it up. I'm very proud of what I was able to accomplish today though, getting all of the hot pad stuff cut out, finishing the sewing for the coasters and the pot holders, but I'm still planning for this Thursday to be the launch day of all of the new ReSpun goodies. I plan on posting this video tomorrow, which is Monday, and then Thursday I'll do a video of everything that is live on the website. But thank you guys so much for watching today's vlog. You can find me ReSpun by Chessie on Instagram and on TikTok, and then my website respunbychessie.com. It was definitely a commitment doing a full week, and I know I missed Friday, but I actually really enjoyed the vlogging experience and just being able to chit chat about my business and about other little sewing related stuff. It was really nice. But that is going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you aren't already subscribed, definitely go ahead and do so, and hopefully I will see you next time.